What's up, everybody? Say welcome to my garage. This is BMW E30 M3 replica. Yeah, because I just got the fiber stuff, not the real. So this is I didn't show this last time on the other videos, but I got ATL fuel cell in the back. Twin facet red top pumps, and I got 2-bush 044. Got a nuke fuel filter, and these are pre-filters, and I got a valve over here so the fuel doesn't come back that way. Yeah, so that's pretty much for the trunk area. Then I get a Porsche Cup seat. It's pretty nice. Carbon fiber dash. I got a dash 2 display, ATL fuel level, boost controller, air fuel ratio, exhaust temperature. Then I have a rally car heater. Just for the winter, you know, I get I'm gonna hook these up, and they're gonna go around, and they're gonna blow on the windshield, so I don't get any fog and stuff. These are this is for the fans right now. One for the engine, and I get another one for the differential and tranny cooler. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we're trying to hook it up to the dash, but we're having some trouble displaying on it, so I'm gonna try and tune that so it displays pretty much all the information. Then I get just regular temperature gauges over here. Oh, can't really tell, but I got a VDO display for the gearbox and one for the differential. Then I could wire up the pumps that are underneath. I'm gonna try and show you. Yeah, it's a little bit better with the light, right? So you get the coolers and the pumps on the other side over there. And that's the exhaust. 3.5-inch exhaust, drive shaft. Yeah, pretty much it. Try and get some other views on another video or something. You know, I get all the lines. Some going to the gearbox for the cooling. The other one is for fuel and return. Yeah. I actually tried the high-spec brakes. I got a 6-piston front and a custom 4-piston rear. These are actually pretty nice. I have a feeling they're like stock because I have a Volkswagen Polo Masterback, and I get a 750i, whatever, the V12 master cylinder, 25 millimeter. So yeah, I have a pretty soft pedal. It feels like pretty much stock. But once you get in it, it's really strong. So the rear brakes, it's pretty nice too. So I get E30 M3 front discs in the back. So I just put the front discs in the back. Well, these are of course new, drilled in slotted rotors, 4 pistons. Yeah, I get the e-brake and DTM shifter. So yeah, I took the car mostly apart because I stood in another video of the startup, but the car actually ran on 5 cylinders. I didn't notice it because yeah, this is one of my first builds like this. So I used a little camera there, put it in the cylinder, checked it out, and found out that actually one of the spark plugs was sort of black, it was too rich, whatever. And when I took apart the manifold, I saw that there was actually no heat transfer on the exhaust side. So it shows that the cylinder actually never fired up. So these 5 up front actually did fire up. And so when we tuned, well, just a regular tune, it seemed all okay. But once I checked the plugs, I got the sign that this one wasn't firing right. So right now I took apart the top of the engine. I took this cam out yesterday and put it back in so I could do the compression test. And we actually got 11 bars on all 5 except for the last one that had 0. So I tried to check out the piston. Everything seems okay, but I have actually 2 bent valves. I believe that they're 2 bent valves. They're the intake valves because on these engines you get a little. Hold on, I can actually show you. It's a little round thing. I don't know how you say it in English. I'm sorry, but yeah. So this is what makes up the space. And yeah, I'll pick that up later. Sorry. So this is actually what makes the space under the cam, and these were too much on the last cylinder. We measured it like 5 times, but I don't know why it wasn't measuring wrong. So I ordered the wrong ones, and I think I nicked the valves on the piston when I was turning it by hand when it was on the bench. So this engine actually, I don't think it touched the valves when it was running, but it touched it on the bench. So it shouldn't be too bad. I think it's going to be just 2 bent valves. So right now today I'm going to take apart the engine and try and give you a little bit of footage when I'm taking apart the engine and show you a bit what it looks like on the inside, and yeah, just keep you updated. So yeah, this is Turbonetics turbo. All custom billet stuff. It's pretty nice actually. Actually, there's a little bit of play, but it's like super tiny. I mean, like barely anything. But you have to have a little bit of play, right? So these are ceramic ball bearings. These are really smooth. Turbo actually makes a little bit of noise if you could hear it, but it's normal. So right now on 5 cylinders, I just wanted to see when the turbo actually came on. It was a little bit above 4,000 on this engine. So this is 3.2 liter E36 M3 Euro spec motor. So it's a 321 horsepower stock one. So this has all forged internals, SuperTech valves, the VAC Motorsport dual spring setup for the valves. It's a really nice engine right now. I got the ATI damper down there. Got all the pulley stuff. Everything's all nice. I even got a power steering oil cooler. This is my engine oil cooler. I just put this right down because the fuel, So when you disconnect it, there's a bunch of fuel that comes out. So I didn't want it leaking all over the place. So yeah, this is pretty much the setup right now. Got individual throttle bodies. Yeah, I got the Vanos Delete. So these are actually fixed. There is no Vanos area anymore for it to go in the cam. Oh, and for the people that didn't know, these are hollow cams. So you got to be really careful when taking them off, because you can actually snap the thing in half pretty easily. I mean, you have to do like really slow unscrewing and screwing these, because you could mess it up really fast. And yeah, when you take off the cams on this, you gotta number out all the push rods things underneath. I'm sorry, in English I forget how you say all these technical parts. In French I probably could tell you what it is. So yeah, I gotta take off the cams, take off the head, check if there's only 2 bent valves, order them up, and try and fix this engine so I could run it as soon as I can and get the tuning getting on dyno. I'm hoping for 800 wheel horsepower on this one. So we'll see how it goes, but it's a pretty nice setup. I've been dreaming about this engine for many years now, and finally got to the part that I actually make some videos, because it was taking too long, so it wasn't interesting for people to look at a build that would take months and stuff. I'd probably make a video on all the pictures that I took and show you guys what goes into this kind of build. It's really long. Well, I guess for a normal person, yeah, it's really long. It took me about 6 years. But for someone that has the money and all the backing for it, yeah, I guess you could do it in a year or two. But it's really hard. I mean, you have to do everything. I mean, this chassis is reinforced. I mean, I welded all the chassis stuff. I put the cabriolet reinforcements. I can show you a little bit about the suspension, but it's really nice too. E36 trailing arms, coilovers. I got big brakes. I got uniball stuff for the steering. E36 M3 3.2 steering rack. I got rigid engine mounts. So much power, it'll just tear the damn thing off. Sway bars, H&R 2219. That's the diameter. Yeah, I got the custom lines for the brake. Yeah, got the M50 oil pan. And this is actually a venting valve that goes to the can. This is the AN10 turbo oil line coming back. And yeah, I got a custom front mounts. So we welded this on the body because the stock one was too thick, and I couldn't get all the stuff in there. Plus, it's a lot easier to take apart. Like right now, I'm gonna take out the engine, so you just unbolt the whole front of the car, and it's more like an E36 looking front, because the E30 is all rigid and stuff, and you have to go over the front with the engine and the gearbox, unless you have a lift, which I don't right now. And you could take out the gearbox from underneath and then just pull this up, and it's really easy. It just goes straight like that. But now I gotta angle it out like this, you know, pull the engine out. So it's really hard, especially when you're by yourself. So yeah. So this is new performance stuff. Oil pressure, vacuum station. I like the Synapse wastegate and blow off. I don't see these in a lot of builds, but this is really fast responding. I mean, like, I don't know, like the tile stuff, I don't think it's really fast responding. I tried a couple cars that are running it, but this is really fast. I mean, like, you throttle on, throttle off, it shuts really quickly. Same with the wastegate. I mean, we tried it, and it's really responsive. This is the 50mm wastegate. It's really nice. It was one of the first ones that were this size. I think it was the first one, but now you got the PPF Nuke Performance wastegates and blow off, which are kind of nice. But these were the first ones that I bought like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, like I think these came out in 2007 or 2008, and I bought them like 2010. Waited for all the issues to be worked out. So yeah, this is all the oil, the turbo stuff, turbo return lines and the pressure lines. So this is the pressure one that that comes from the turbo housing, and it goes to the intake to the blow-off valve. So that actually when it gets in pressure, it helps it open. You know, like you get the pressure line return. So the pressure of the turbo actually helps this open when you release the throttle. So yeah, and then I get two that go to the vacuum station. I get 2 vacuum lines from the engine. So one for the pressure regulator and one for the engine management and display inside of the car. So that's a whole bunch of lines, and it's really neat, clean setup here. Yeah, other than that, oh yeah, it's really hard. I don't see this explained a lot, but this is a video pressure, oil pressure, and this is actually really hard to set up. So if you guys didn't choose yours yet, choose the three pin setup. Yeah, they're actually really cheap. You can find them on a bunch of supports like eBay and whatever. I don't know if I could say this kind of stuff on YouTube, but yeah, you could find these pretty much a lot of places. But the problem is that this is actually one return, so you have to put a resistance to convert the signal. So it's kind of complicated for someone that's not done this kind of stuff before, like me. Yeah. And then you get same thing with the oil temperature. So yeah, I get the Bosch style, like this kind. This is the Bosch, whatever. So this is custom. It goes to the management, engine management. So yeah. So right now I'm gonna take everything apart, take it all out, and try to make a little short vid. Well, trying to. I'm gonna probably put it on top of the car, so it's gonna be filming like this when I take it apart for you guys to see. And I don't know if I'll put it back on the bench over there, or just keep it in the front of the car and trying to fix all the problems, and then just put it back in after. It's a lot simpler than trying to do it right there. I don't know, because there's so much more room to work around the engine once it's out than right now. But I gotta take this off. I gotta take off all the lines and everything for it to come out. But then working on the head, taking it apart, it's a lot easier after. So yeah. Alright, so stay tuned if you guys want to see the rest or whatever. See ya. Peace out.